हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो आज की वीडियो में हम देखने वाले हैं इकोनॉमिक का टेस्ट सीरीज़, जिसमें आज हम देखेंगे सेट 1। तो शुरू करते हैं हमारा आज का टेस्ट सीरीज़ और आप भी मेरे साथ अटेंड कीजिए। अगर आपको आंसर आता है तो मुझे कमेंट्स में बताइए। तो शुरू करते हैं हम। हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग क्वालिफाइड टू बी इकोनॉमिक एजेंट्स व्हाइल मेकिंग डिसीजंस इन एन इकोनॉमी? कंज्यूमर, प्रोड्यूसर, गवर्नमेंट, बैंक्स, कॉरपोरेशन। चूज द करेक्ट कोड फ्रॉम द ऑप्शंस गिवन बिलो। तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव। कंज्यूमर्स, प्रोड्यूसर्स, गवर्नमेंट, बैंक्स एंड कॉरपोरेशंस। Which among the following is not an example of microeconomic phenomenon? A family deciding to buy different types of clothes for a festival, a company looking for ways to reduce the operating cost of manufacturing a good, government taking steps to invest more in skill development programs so as to reduce the unemployment level in the country. चूज द करेक्ट कोड। तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन डी, 3 ओनली। गवर्नमेंट टेकिंग स्टेप्स टू इन्वेस्ट मोर इन स्किल डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम सो एज टू रिड्यूस द अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट लेवल इन द कंट्री। Which of the following best describes how macroeconomics differs from that of microeconomics? Macroeconomics deal with the aggregate economic variables of an economy, whereas microeconomics deal with the individual economic variables. Macroeconomics takes into account various interlinkages which may exist between the different sectors of an economy, but microeconomics mostly examines the functioning of the particular sectors of the economy. Choose the correct code. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन सी, बोथ 1 and 2. Macroeconomics deal with the aggregate economic variables of an economy, whereas microeconomics deal with the individual economic variables, and macroeconomics takes into account various interlinkages which may exist between the different sectors of an economy, but microeconomics mostly examines the functioning of the particular sector of the economy. Match the following items with their definition. Items definition: final goods, intermediate goods, consumer durables. It is the good which once sold passes out of the active economic flow. Products which don't end up in final consumption but are used as material inputs for production of other goods. Goods which are not actually used by immediate or even short period consumption. Choose the correct code. तो इसका फाइनल गुड्स का ए होगा, इंटरमीडिएट गुड्स का बी होगा और कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल का सी होगा, यानी कि ऑप्शन ए 1A, 2B, 3C. Which of the following expression correctly explains depreciation? Depreciation equals to gross investment minus net investment. Depreciation equals to net investment minus gross investment. Depreciation equals to gross investment plus net investment. None of the above. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, depreciation equals to gross investment minus net investment. Consider the following statements about different types of economies. Capitalist economy is characterized by the private ownership of means of production. In a free market economy, government will play a minimum role. In a communist economy, the means of production are owned by the state. Choose the incorrect statement. तो इसमें इनकरेक्ट कहा है, तो इसका आंसर होगा डी, नन ऑफ द अबव. Which of the following are the 4 major factors dealt by macroeconomics? Household, farms, government and external sector. Household, farms, imports and exports. Household, farms, free market, demand and supply. Farms, government, external sector and free market. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन ए, हाउसहोल्ड, फार्म्स, गवर्नमेंट एंड एक्सटर्नल सेक्टर. Which of the following are not taken into account while considering the circular flow of income in simple economy? Government, households, external sector, savings, farms. Choose the correct code. तो इसमें नॉट टेकन इनटू अकाउंट कहा गया है, तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन बी, 1, 3 and 4 ओनली. गवर्नमेंट, एक्सटर्नल सेक्टर और सेविंग्स. Which of the following expression correctly explains GVA at market prices? GVA at market prices equals to GVA at basic prices plus net product taxes. GVA at market prices equals to GVA at basic prices plus net production taxes. GVA at market prices equals to GVA at basic price minus net production taxes. GVA at market prices equals to GVA at basic prices minus net production taxes. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन ए, जीवी एट मार्केट प्राइसेस इक्वल्स टू जीवी एट बेसिक प्राइसेस प्लस नेट प्रोडक्ट टैक्सेस। Which of the following best defines national income? It is net national product calculated at factor cost. It is net national product calculated at market prices. It is net domestic product calculated at factor cost. It is gross national product calculated at factor cost. This answer is option A. It is net national product calculated at factor cost. On which of the following indicators does households have a complete control? National income, personal disposable income, private income. This answer is C. Personal disposable income. Which of the following are not considered while calculating the GDP of a country? Income generated by the Indian citizens outside the country, income generated by the foreign citizen inside the country, income generated by foreign companies inside the country. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, वन ओनली, इनकम जनरेटेड बाय द इंडियन सिटीजन्स आउटसाइड द कंट्री. Consider a situation where a country has produced 100 cars at the cost of rupees 1000 per car in the year 2000, so that the GDP of a country at current price becomes rupees 1 lakh. In the year 2005, the same country has produced 100 cars at the cost of 2000 per car, so as to raise its GDP to rupees 2 lakh. What can you infer from this situation? The real GDP of a country has increased from the year 2000 to year 2005. The standard of living of the people of the country has increased between the years 2000 and 2005. The real GDP of a country has decreased from the year 2000 to year 2005. The real GDP of a country is same in the year 2005 as it was in the year 2000. This answer is option D. The real GDP of a country is the same in the year 2005 as it was in the year 2000. Which of the following statements brings out the difference between CPI and GDP deflator? CPI takes into account all goods and services produced in the economy, whereas GDP deflator includes basket of certain goods and services. CPI includes prices on imported goods, whereas GDP deflator does not include prices of imported goods. The weights are constant in GDP deflator, but they differ according to production level of each good in CPI. Choose the correct code. This answer is option C, 2 only. CPI includes prices of imported goods, whereas GDP deflator does not include prices of imported goods. Which of the following is the competent authority in India for forecasting GDP estimates? NSSO, CSO, Finance Ministry, Labour Bureau. This answer is option B, CSO. Which of the following explains the correct relation between interest rate and money held by public? With higher interest rate, the demand for money in market comes down. With higher interest rate, the demand for money in market goes up. Interest rate has no relation to that of money held by public. With lesser interest rate, the demand for money comes down. This answer is option A. With higher interest rate, the demand for money in market comes down. Consider the following statement about reserves in banking system. Reserves are deposits which commercial bank keep with the Central Bank, Reserve Bank of India, and is cash. The reserves are kept as cash only. Choose the correct code. This answer is option A, 1 only. Reserves are deposits which commercial banks keep with the Central Bank, Reserve Bank of India, and is cash. Which of the following correctly explains cash reserve ratio? It is the percentage of deposits which a bank must keep as cash reserves with itself. It is the percentage of deposits which a bank must keep as cash reserves and other instruments with RBI. It is the percentage of deposits which a bank must keep as cash reserves and other instruments like bonds with itself. It is the percentage of deposits which a bank can lend to the public. This answer is option B. It is the percentage of deposits which a bank must keep as cash reserves and other instrument with RBI. In the act of creating money in an economy, which of the following acts as a limit to it? Reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio, bank rate. Select the code from following. This answer D, all of the above. Reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio and bank rate. Which of the following is a qualitative instrument for controlling the money supply in the economy? CRR, SLR, moral suasion, margin requirements, open market operations. Choose the correct code. This answer option C, 3 and 4 only. Moral suasion and margin requirements. Open market operation refers to buying and selling of bonds issued by the government in the open market. When RBI buys a government bond in the open market, which of the following is the effect on economy? It increases the total amount of reserves in the economy and thus increases the money supply. It decreases the total amount of reserves in the economy and thus decreases the money supply. It increases the total amount of reserves in the economy while decreasing the money supply. It decreases the total amount of reserves in the economy while increasing the money supply. This answer is option A. It increases the total amount of reserves in the economy and thus increases the money supply. Which of the following correctly establishes the relationship between bank rate and the money supply in the economy? When the bank rate increases, the money supply in the economy also increases. When the bank rate decreases, the money supply in the economy increases. Change of bank rate has no bearing on the money supply in the economy. None of the above. This answer is option B. When the bank rate increases, the money supply in the economy increases. Which of the following are considered as part of money supply in the economy? Currency note, coins, demand deposits of savings account, current account deposits. Choose the correct code. This answer is option D, all of the above. Currency note, coins, demand deposits of savings account and current account deposits. Which one of the following statements correctly describes the meaning of legal tender money? The money which is tendered in courts of law to defray the fee of legal cases. The money which a creditor is under compulsion to accept in settlement of his claims. The bank money in the form of checks, drafts, bills of exchange, etc. The metallic money in circulation in a country. This answer is option B. The money which a creditor is under compulsion to accept in settlement of his claims. RBI publishes figures for 4 alternative measures of money supply, with M1, M2, M3 and M4. What does M4 consist of? Currency notes and coins, net time deposits of commercial banks, net demand deposits held by commercial banks, savings deposits with post office savings bank, national savings certificates. Choose the correct code. This answer is option C, 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. Currency notes and coins, net time deposits of commercial banks, net demand deposits held by commercial banks and savings deposits with post office savings bank. Which of the following movements of water are caused by meteorological effects? Tides, surges, waves, ocean currents. Select the code from following. This answer is option B, 2, 3 and 4. Surges, waves and ocean currents. Which of the following are causative factors for occurrences of tide? Gravitational pull of the moon, gravitational pull of the sun, centrifugal force due to Earth's spin. Choose the correct code. This answer is option D, all of the above. gravitational pull of the moon, gravitational pull of the sun, and centrifugal force due to Earth's spin. Which of the following are the forces that influence ocean currents? Heating by solar energy, wind, gravity, Coriolis force. Choose the correct code. This answer is option D, all of the above. Heating by solar energy, wind, gravity, and Coriolis force. Consider the following statements. This type of climate is found near the equator. The temperature is uniformly high and the annual range of temperature is negligible. Tropical evergreen forests with dense canopy cover and large biodiversity are found in this climate. Which of the following type of climate is being referred to here? Tropical wet climate, tropical monsoon climate, tropical wet and dry climate, warm temperate climate. This answer is option A, tropical wet climate. Which of the following are part of hydrological cycle? Evapotranspiration, condensation, sublimation, precipitation, carbonation. Choose the correct code. This answer is B, 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. Evaporation, condensation, sublimation and precipitation. Which of the following subjects are included in the concurrent list? Forest, education, agriculture, weights and measurement, protection of wildlife and birds. Choose the correct code. This answer is option A, 1, 2, 4 and 5 only. Forest, education, weights and measurements, and protection of wild animals and birds. As per the Government of India Act 1935, residuary powers were vested with which of the following authorities? The Centre, the States, the Governor General, Secretary of the States. This answer is option C, the Governor General. Consider the following statements about legislative powers of the states and centre. When the Rajya Sabha passes a resolution in the national interest to make a law on the state subject in favor of the centre, the states become incompetent to make the law on the state subject. The law made by the parliament on the state subject during president rules remains in force even after president rule has ended. In case of a conflict between the central law and the state law on a subject enumerated in the concurrent list, the central law prevails over the state law at all times. Choose the correct code. This answer is option C, 2 only. The law made by the parliament on the state subject during president's rule remain in force even after president rule has ended. Consider the following statements about Public Service Commission. The chairman and member of a state public service commission are appointed and removed only by the president. The chairman and members of the joint state public service commissions are appointed by the president. The Union Public Service Commission can serve the needs of a state on the request of the respective chief minister and with the approval of the governor. Choose the incorrect code. This answer is option C, 1 and 3 only. तो इसमें इनकरेक्ट कहा है तो इसलिए इसका आंसर 1 और 3 होगा जो कि गलत है. Consider the following provisions of the Constitution. The governor of a state holds office during the pleasure of the president. The state election commissioner, though appointed by the governor of the state, can be removed only by the president. Choose the correct code. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन सी, both 1 and 2. The governor of a state holds office during the pleasure of the president, and the state election commissioner, though appointed by the governor of the state, can be removed only by the president. Consider the following statements about grants in aid given to the states. The statutory grants under Article 275, both general and specific, are given to the states on the recommendation of the Niti Aayog. The discretionary grants under Article 282 are given to the states on the recommendation of the Finance Commission. Choose the correct code. This answer is option D, none of the above. Recently, scientists have discovered that epithelial cells in the human body are packed together in a particular formation to give a specific shape. What is the name of the shape? Sphenoid, octoid, frustrum, prismatoid. Prismatoid. This answer है option A, sphenoid. Gaofen 11 is a high-resolution Earth observation satellite launched by which of the following countries? China, Russia, Japan, Israel. This answer है option A, China. Arrange the following stages of primary succession in water in their correct order. Small phytoplankton, rooted submerged plant stage, rooted floating angiosperm stage, reed swamp stage, mass meadow stage. Choose the correct code. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन ए 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. पहले आएगा स्मॉल फाइटोप्लैंक्टन, फिर आएगा रूटेड सबमर्ज्ड प्लांट स्टेज, फिर आएगा रूटेड फ्लोटिंग एंजियोस्पर्म स्टेज, फिर reed swamp स्टेज और लास्ट में आएगा मास मीडो स्टेज. The movement of nutrient elements through the various components of an ecosystem is called nutracycling. Carbon cycling, which is one of the important biogeochemical cycling occurs through which of the following mediums? Atmosphere, ocean, living organism, dead organic matter. Choose the correct code. This answer is option D, all of the above. Atmosphere, ocean, living organisms and dead organic matter. Which of the following statements are correct about ozone gas? It is found only in stratosphere. It protects us from harmful UV radiation. Because of the presence of ozone, the temperature of stratosphere increases with increase in altitude. Select the code from following. This answer is option B, 2 and 3. It protects us from harmful UV radiation, and because of the presence of ozone, the temperature of stratosphere increases with increase in altitude. Aurora lights at the poles are a result of electrons colliding with the upper reach of atmosphere, meteors burning due to friction in atmosphere, reflection of surface lights from the cold upper atmosphere of poles, chemical reactions taking place in stratosphere. This answer is option A, electrons colliding with the upper reach of atmosphere. Which of the following are conducive conditions for the formation of coral reefs? Low temperature, high salinity, clear water, availability of sunlight. Select the code from following. This answer is option B, 2, 3 and 4. High salinity, clear water and availability of sunlight. Which of the following statements are correct regarding importance of dust particles in atmosphere? They provide condensation nuclei to water vapor and help in formation of the clouds. They provide cooling effect by casting micro shadows on the air and ground below it. They scatter and reflect the sunlight towards the space. Select the code from following. This answer is option D, all of the above. 1, 2 and 3. Which of the following is known as the lender of the last resort? Reserve Bank of India, IMF, World Bank, Government of India. This answer is option A, Reserve Bank of India. Which of the following are the types of open market operations by Reserve Bank of India? Repo, outright and repo, none of the above. This answer is option C, outright and repo. Which of the following manages forex and gold reserves of India? SEBI, all nationalized banks, RBI, all of the above. This answer is option C, RBI. Agriculture is covered under the priority sector lending. Which of the following activities are covered under agriculture? farm credit, agriculture infrastructure, ancillary activities. Select the code from below. This answer option D, all of the above: farm credit, agriculture infrastructure, and ancillary activities. Consider the following statements regarding regional and rural banks. RRBs have statutory backing under RRB Act 1976. Regional rural banks are regulated by National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Their area of operation may include urban areas too. Which of the above statements are correct? Please consider option D, all of the above. 1, 2, and 3. Which of the following are correct differences between a payment bank and small finance bank? Small banks can accept all types of deposits like a commercial banks, savings, current, fixed deposits, recurring deposits, etc. While payments bank can take deposits only on current and savings account. Small finance bank can undertake a lending activity while payments bank cannot lend money. Select the code from below. Please consider option C, both 1 and 2. Which of the following best defines the base rate? It is the minimum rate set by the Reserve Bank of India below which banks are not allowed to lend to its customer. It is the maximum rate set by Reserve Bank of India above which banks are not allowed to lend to its customer. It is the rate charged only by the central bank for lending funds to commercial banks. It is the rate at which banks swap currencies between one another. Please consider option A. It is the maximum rate set by the Reserve Bank of India below which banks are not allowed to lend to its customers. Consider the following statements about statutory liquidity ratio. In case of SLR, the securities are kept with the banks themselves, which they need to maintain in the form of liquid assets. Banks earn returns on money parked as SLR. Choose the incorrect code. तो इसमें incorrect कहा गया है, तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन डी, none of the above. What does the term open market operations connoted in the context of Indian economy? It refers to borrowing by scheduled banks from RBI. It refers to purchase and sale of government securities by RBI in the open market. It refers to purchase and sale of bonds issued by the RBI in the open market. It is the very first sale of stock issued by a company to the public. This answer है option B. It refers to purchase and sale of government securities by RBI in the open market. Under which qualitative tool RBI convinced the commercial banks to advance credit in accordance with the directives of the central bank in the economic interest of the country? Credit rationing, loan to value ratio, margin requirements, moral suasion. This answer है option D, moral suasion. Consider the following statements about marginal standing facility. It is the rate at which the Reserve Bank of India lends money to commercial banks in order to meet their short-term liquidity needs. Marginal standing facility uses the security that come under SLR to avail loans. Choose the correct code. This answer is option B, 2 only. Marginal standing facility uses the securities that come under SLR to avail loans. Consider the following statements regarding Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Bank or Mudra Bank. It provides loans at low rates to microfinance institutions and non-banking financial institutions, which then provide credit to MSMEs. The Tarun category under Mudra Bank is allowed a loan up to a limit of Rs 50,000. The bank will function as a subsidiary of SIDBI. Which of the above statements are correct? This answer is option C, 1 and 3. It provides loans at low rates to microfinance institutions and non-banking financial institutions, which then provide credit to MSMEs, and the bank will function as a subsidiary of SIDBI. The Department of Post has launched the India Post Payments Banks as a public sector company. Which of the following statements are correct regarding IPPB? IPPB is offering demand deposits such as savings and current accounts up to a balance of rupees 1 lakh. It provides access to third-party financial services such as insurance, mutual funds, pension, credit products, forex, etc. Government of India has 100% equity in IPPB. Select the code from below. Please consider option D, all of the above, 1, 2 and 3. Consider the following statement. The term budget is introduced in Article 112 of Constitution of India. According to the Constitution, it is the responsibility of the Finance Minister to get the budget laid in the Parliament. Which of the above statements are correct? Please consider option D, neither 1 nor 2. The Reserve Bank of India calculates the 4 components of money supply in India. Which of the following components constitute the narrow money? M1. Currency in the circulation, demand deposits in the bank, post office savings, time deposits in the bank. Select the code from following. Please consider option A, 1 and 2. Currency in the circulation and demand deposits in the bank. Which of the following are subsidiaries of RBI? Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, National Housing Bank, Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, SIDBI. Select the code from below. Please consider option A, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, National Housing Bank, Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited and National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Which of the following are the pillars of Basel III? Minimum capital requirement, supervisory review process, market discipline. Select the code from following. Please consider option D, all of the above. Minimum capital requirement, supervisory review process and market discipline. Recently, a monetary policy committee was formed to set the benchmark policy rates. Which of the statements are correct about this monetary policy committee? This is formed after the recommendations of Urjit Patel committee. It will be a 6-member committee where 3 members will be nominated by the government and 3 members from RBI excluding the governor who will chair the committee. Select the correct code from the following. Please consider option A, 1 only. This is formed after the recommendation of Urjit Patel committee. According to RBI guidelines, Basel III norms are to be implemented by all banks till 2019. Consider the following statements. Capital to risk-weighted assets ratio is the percentage of banks' risk-weighted credit exposures. RBI has fixed CRAR as 9%. Capital adequacy ratio is expressed as CRAR. Higher the CAR, higher is the risk. Which of the above statements are correct? Let's consider option A, 1, 2 and 3. Marginal Standing Facility is a new liquidity adjustment facility window created by Reserve Bank of India in its credit policy of May 2011. Which of the following statements are correct about MSF? It is the rate at which banks are able to borrow overnight funds from RBI against the approved government securities. This window was created for commercial banks to borrow from RBI in certain emergency conditions when interbank liquidity dries up completely and there is a volatility in the overnight interest rates. MSF is fixed at 0.25 percentage points above repo rate. Select the code from the following. This consider option D, all of the above, 1, 2 and 3. Ujit Patel Committee was formed to strengthen the monetary policy framework of India. Which of the following statements are incorrect about Ujit Patel Committee? तो इसमें incorrect statement पूछा है. The expert committee was appointed to examine the monetary policy by Ministry of Finance. It recommended that inflation targeting should be the sole anchor of India's monetary policy. The target of inflation was fixed at 6% with a variation of plus minus 2%. Select the code from the following. तो इसमें इनकरेक्ट पूछा है, तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन सी 1 and 3. Mariana Trench is the deepest trench on the earth. In which of the ocean is it found? Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Southern Ocean. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन सी पैसिफिक ओशन. Recently, a strong bomb cyclone hit the US coast. Which of the following statements are correct regarding bomb cyclones? They are formed when pressure suddenly decreases by 24 millibars in 24 hours. They are formed violently near equatorial regions. Select the code from following. This answer option A 1 only. They are formed when pressure suddenly decreases by 24 millibars in 24 hours. A ring-shaped island made of corals with a lagoon lake inside is called Fringing Reef, Barrier Reef, Atoll, Caldera. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन सी Atoll. Which of the following statements correctly explains an ocean dead zone? It is a zone beyond which terrestrial animals cannot travel in ocean. It is a zone in ocean that does not support life due to lack of oxygen. It is the name given to equatorial low pressure zone as the ships get stuck here. It is a zone in ocean where number of predators is larger than the number of prey. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन बी. It is a zone in ocean that does not support life due to lack of oxygen. Recently, rains caused havoc in Kerala. What type of rain is generally experienced in Kerala? Convectional, orographic, cyclonic, all of the above in equal proportion. This answer is option B, orographic. Which of the following trends in the working of Indian political system reflects its federal spirit? Disputes between state over sharing of river water, the emergence of regional parties and their coming to power in states. Both A and B, none of the above. This consider option C, both A and B. Consider the following statements. The Indian federal system is based on the Canadian model and not on the American model. The Indian Federation resembles the Canadian Federation in its formation, its preference to the term union and its centralizing tendency. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन सी, बोथ 1 and 2. Consider the following statements. In case of a conflict between the central law and the state law on a subject enumerated in the concurrent list, the central law prevails over the state law. If the state law has been reserved for the consideration of the president and has received his assent, then the state law prevails in the state. It means only in the above case, statement 2, Parliament cannot override over the state law. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है B, 1 and 2 only. Under Article 352, the President can declare a national emergency when the security of India or a part of it is threatened by war, external aggression, internal disturbance. Select the correct code. This answer option C, 1 and 2 only. War and external aggression. Consider the following statements. Proclamation of a national emergency by President is not a discretionary power as he can proclaim only after a recommendation from the Prime Minister. In the Minerva Mills case, the Supreme Court held that the proclamation of a national emergency can be challenged in a court on the ground of malafide or that the declaration was based on wholly extraneous and irrelevant facts or is absurd and or perverse. Which of the statements given above is there are correct? This can answer B, 2 only. Vostok is the military exercise between which of the following countries? Russia and Pakistan, members of Eurasian Union, members of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, none of the above. This answer is option D, none of the above. Report titled Wrongful Prosecution, Miscarriage of Justice, Legal Remedies is released by International Development Law Organization, Law Commission of India, World Justice Project, International Criminal Court. This answer is option B, Law Commission of India. Consider the following statements. Section 124A of the Indian Penal Code criminalizes homosexuality. Suresh Kumar Kaushal vs. Naz Foundation judgment is associated with Section 124A of the IPC. Select the correct statements. This answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Consider the following statements about Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievements. It will focus on quality of innovation and will try to measure the real impact created by these innovations nationally and internationally. It will replace the annual national institutional ranking framework. Select the correct statements. This answer is option A, 1 only. It will focus on quality of innovations and will try to measure the real impact created by this innovation nationally and internationally. Consider the following statements. Nilgiri tahar is the keystone species of Mukurti National Park. According to the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Nilgiri tahar cannot be hunted by any person except under some provisions provided by the law. Select the correct statements. This answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The Brahmaputra River basin is spread over Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, West Bengal, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Sikkim. Select the correct code. This answer is option D, all of the above. Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, West Bengal, Meghalaya, Nagaland and Sikkim. Consider the following statements about Ramon Magsaysay Award. It is awarded annually to individuals or organizations from Asia region for their altruistic and philanthropic service. Bharat Watwani and Sonam Wangchuк have been declared winners of 2018 Ramon Magsaysay Award. Select the correct code. This answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Kathmandu Declaration was in news recently. It is associated with which of the following? BIMSTEC, BBIN, India, Bhutan, Nepal Trilateral Highway, extending Kinjang Tibet Railway to Nepal. This answer is option A, BIMSTEC. Consider the following statements about Indian Post Payments Bank. It has been set up under the Ministry of Communication with 100% equity owned by Government of India. It will offer 7% interest rate on savings account. It will offer third-party products like loans and insurance in alliance with other financial service providers. Select the correct statement. This answer is option B, 1 and 3. Which of the following documents make up the International Bill of Rights? International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, Universal Declaration on Human Rights, International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. Select the correct code. Its answer is option D, all of the above, 1, 2 and 3. The major influx of foreign direct investment into India is from which of the following countries? Mauritius, United Arab Emirates, Panama, Seychelles. This answer is option A, Mauritius. PMXFC2 was in news recently. What is it? GM mustard, GM cotton, medicine for diabetes developed by Ayush, hybrid of mulberry silkworm. This answer is option D, hybrid of mulberry silkworm. Consider the following statement with respect to Orang Tiger Reserve. It has the smallest core area among 50 nationally protected tiger reserves. The southern bank of the Brahmaputra rivers form the southern boundary of the buffer. Select the correct statements. This answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Public Credit Registry will address which of the following issues? Improve access to credit, help raise India's rank in the Global Ease of Doing Business Index, flag early warnings on asset quality. Select the correct statements. This answer is option D, all of the above. Improve access to credit, help raise India's rank in the Global Ease of Doing Business Index, and flag early warnings on asset quality. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Sanctums are a Naga tribe living in Nagaland. Mong is a major festival of the Sanctums. Both A and B, neither A nor B. This answer is option C, both A and B. Sanctums are a Naga tribe living in Nagaland, and Mong is a major festival of the Sanctums. Indian root turtle is mostly found in which of the following river drainages? Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Periyar. Select the correct code. This answer is option A, 1, 2 and 3, Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Haqqani Network is an insurgent group from which of the following countries? Syria, Afghanistan, Lebanon, Iraq. This answer is option B, Afghanistan. The area known as Idlib province sometimes appears in the news in the context of the events related to Central Asia, Middle East, Southeast Asia, Central Africa. This answer is option B, Middle East. Spylight recently news is associated with drones, antivirus, crypto mining, machine learning. This answer is option A, drones. The Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee is constituted under the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. Geographical Indications of Goods, Registration and Protection Act 1999, Environment Protection Act 1986, Wildlife Protection Act 1972. This answer is option C, Environment Protection Act 1986. Sustainable Action for Climate Resilient Development Initiative is concerned with Amanpur Lake, Majuli Island, Nature Island, Western Ghats. This answer is option B, Majuli Island. If you are looking for a way to surf the web or internet anonymously, you will use which of the following? VPNs, onion router, proxy chain. Select the correct code. This answer is option D, all of the above. VPNs, onion router and proxy chain. Recently, Chagos Islands was in news in what context? It filed a case against India accusing of not fulfilling its obligations relating to the cessation of the nuclear arms race at an early date and to nuclear disarmament. India's long-range missile test facility. India's overseas military base in Seychelles to counter China's growing influence over the Indian Ocean. Sovereignty dispute between Mauritius and the United Kingdom. This answer is option D, sovereignty dispute between Mauritius and the United Kingdoms. Bulgaria is not bordered by which of the following countries? Romania, Serbia, Macedonia, Ukraine. This answer is option D, Ukraine. The kafala system governs marriages, migrant laborers, water sharing between GCC countries, public assassination। तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन बी, माइग्रेंट लेबरर्स। तो इसी के साथ हमारा आज का टेस्ट सीरीज़ कंप्लीट हो गया है। और अगर आप चैनल पर नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और नोटिफिकेशन आइकन पर क्लिक कर दीजिए ताकि आपको सारे वीडियोस का अपडेट्स मिल सकें। और अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो लाइक कर दीजिए, साथ ही अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए ताकि उन्हें भी हेल्प हो सके। तो हमारा ये वीडियो यहीं तक था। थैंक यू, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।